Jackson, son of a Revolutionary War hero. He's from the North, but he was pro-slavery. They thought this was going to work. 2 months before this is crazy. 2 months before his inauguration, he and his family were in a train crash, and the only casualty was his 11-year-old son.
Damn.
So his entire time in office, he's blacked out, drunk, and depressed. He's the saddest guy of all time. He's not listening. His kid just died. His wife blamed him for the death constantly. She was like, we should have never been on that train. You just had to be the fucking president.
Oh, you gave birth to him, bitch.
Yeah. You were on the train. You had fun.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
So he's there. During Pierce, they do the Transcontinental Railroad. This is like the real. This is a fuck up for the North wants it to be from Chicago to L.A. or one of those places out west. The South wants it to be from Atlanta to L.A. In order to get it done, they have to get rid of the Missouri Line Compromise, which made it nothing north or south of here was the slave line. They decided to make it so every new territory got to decide themselves. They got to vote in order to get the Transcontinental Railroad. So this opened.
Every single thing we did to build this nation ran into this slave problem.
Yes.
Every single thing we tried to do was like, yeah, but the fucking north-south slave, fucking slave states, non-slave states.
Jesus.
We need to build a railroad across. That's the first interstate thing. The first interstate objective.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that you need a federal government. It's why the federal government got stronger and stronger. Because every state gets to do their own thing, but you want to take a fucking train from one to the other, these two states have to make a compromise.
Yeah.
So you needed a federal government to make these.
It was like the precursor to union, non-union. They just blow up a gigantic like inflatable rat.
Yeah. It's the other reason, just as a general thing, that the federal government what gave the federal government power was the states wanting parity with each other. Like when environmental laws became a thing, they were state laws. So like Indiana would make a law, you can't dump, sludge into the river anymore. So every company in Indiana has to pay extra to do a better job of dumping their shit and take it to the ocean or somewhere else, ruin somebody else's life.
Yeah.
But so next door to Indiana is Illinois, and they're like, we dump anything we want.
Yeah.
And so all the business goes there. Mm-hmm. And so the Illinois company's like, we don't want to dump. We don't want to hurt the environment, but we can't compete with these guys.
Yeah.
Right? So they would all the states would go to the Fed and say, please pass a law that affects everybody so that we can all do the right thing that we want to do without having to get squeezed out by this guy.
Yeah.
And that worked until we started doing shit with Mexico and India and China. But anyway, go on.
But yeah,
so,
it was interesting to me. We're at I think Pierce, right? On the Transcontinental Railroad.
Yeah.
That turns out to be like that's what started it. I mean, obviously there's a ton of major factors, but that was like a big one because it opened what was called the Nebraska-Kansas Act, which is they got to decide to vote whether they were pro-slave or pro-abolition. So then a bunch of people just rushed in from the north and the south, and they started fucking killing each other.
What?
It was I forget the names. They were pretty sick. It was like the Free Staters versus the Border Ruffians. This is where John Brown and his son was out there.
Oh yeah.
They started hacking people with swords to death. Like
Jesus.
that was it. And Franklin Pierce was like, he did nothing. He didn't get involved.
Yeah, but dude, it must have been crazy when you had a bunch of slaves. Like, this is wrong. You had to be like, nah.
No.
It must have been crazy to be like, nah, I don't think it is.
Well, you just would pretend not to, or you just wouldn't. I mean, you'd see it on the newspaper was faded, and it was like, I don't know that much about it.
Just not being able to go down.
I'm
with
okay
that
to my slaves. I treat them okay.
Yeah, they're great.
True.
Yeah.
Right? Tell him. He's like, oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he was all right. No, it's fine. No, and meanwhile, the North was starting to get. This is getting after Pierce is who?
Buchanan.
So Buchanan is the guy who right before Lincoln.
Yes.
Right. Because the other thing that was going on is the North is industrializing, and the North is starting to build sweat houses and factories, and so part of the argument that people were having that is like the kind of argument we would have now. If it would be interesting to take this culture with Twitter and everything and supplant it to slavery days and how we would have handled that debate back then.
True.
Because there were people that were saying, the North has free workers and a ton of them immigrants that had started. and they're treated like garbage. They're living like shit, and
There's-
they're dying in large numbers and getting sick, uneducated, and being not allowed to be educated.
Yeah.
Kids are working heavy,
There's a ton
long
of
shifts
southern political cartoons that are like that.
that are about
They'll have
how bad they
slaves
were. And like our
out in
slaves
the
are like a
sun
member of
dancing.
the family.
Yeah.
We give them their own house with their plot of land. They get to do this and that. Most slave owners were better. That this is the argument,
Yeah.
and that the North was just like wholesale destroying lives.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
read what's his name, fucking Upton Sinclair. What
Yeah.
shit was going on in Chicago and the
Is it the
slaughterhouses.
meat? What's it called?
It's
It's about the meat packing shit, right?
Yeah.
The jungle. What's it called?
the jungle. Yeah.
So another important thing about that point of the industrialization of the North, it just flooded with immigrants. So now
Yeah.
their population's so big that they get more votes, they get more electoral, like all that. So now the South's like, we need to get power. So now we need more states. We need more states
Oh.
because otherwise they're going to abolish slavery and we're going to be poor.
But they're also hanging on to a way of life in the South.
Yeah.
And in the North, they're not. They're trying to do anything that's new and anything that's next and anything that's large amounts of money and large amounts of industry. And they're manufacturing in huge amounts. In the South, they're just trying to play a fiddle and whip a guy and grow a little tuft of cotton for one shirt every 6 months.
Yeah, true. It's a thing to point out.
Yeah.
It's important to know.
Yeah, but
This leads
that
us-
was the fight. It was an insanely different.
Yeah.
But we still wanted to be one country. We wanted to be one country. So it was this weird a conflict that
Yeah.
never went away.
So
Yeah,
then,
like, does it continue to morph till now? It's just like some dudes
It does.
wanna chill,
It's-
wear
we
Carhartt,
are-
and other dudes like, no, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tight.
But so what's his name?
now we're at James Buchanan, who's probably the worst.
Yeah,
I think
he was he was frozen by two. He had so much pressure.
he was a lawyer from Pennsylvania that was just about the law,
Yeah.
which was the last thing he needed to be as the president, which was like, well, that's the rule.
But he had all of Lincoln's problems with none of his charisma
Yeah.
and guts
Yeah.
and blood.
That was
Crazy,
James Buchanan had the Dred
willingness
Scott.
to kill.
Dred Scott was
Yeah.
under James Buchanan, which
Yeah.
was where, if you don't know about that, that was about a slave living in free territory, and he was suing to get his freedom. It went all the way up to the Supreme Court, where they ruled he was an object, so he was not a citizen. Therefore, that ruling made sure every black person in America was an object and not a citizen. And Buchanan responded by saying, "That's the law. That settles it." Instead of standing up, he
Right.
just had to follow the law.
yeah.
So he was just like an extension of the court.
Yeah,
That wasn't his job.
yeah.
Man,
And that brought us to Lincoln. And as soon as Lincoln gets elected, the South secedes.
Yeah, every state starts to say we're not America anymore. Like
Yeah.
immediately before he takes
Yeah.
Yeah.
office.
It's also crazy checking in on the headlines, and you're like, nah, they said you're a chair, basically. And you're like, fuck.
yeah, dude.
Yes.
Fuck.
You got Lincoln, though. You know Lincoln.
Well, we could maybe skip him because he'll be the whole fucking.
Yeah. We could
I
stop.
mean, look,
we could stop
Lincoln-
with Lincoln. Let's stop
True.
with Lincoln. And then you go on to some guys you're interested in after Lincoln.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. We
What
can go
time-
as long
how
as we
we've
want.
Been talking for?
An hour.
Okay. Well,
You're not
Lincoln-
enjoying this? You're not having the time of your life?
I'm having a great time.
I knew you would. This is
I'm
nice,
not
right?
having a great time.
You're not having a great time.
No, I'm not. I hate this.
Decent time.
Really?
No, I'm having a good time.
How much fun?
You decide which one. The thing I liked about, I mean, I gave you that book about Lincoln. That's a great, what's his name? Carl Sandburg. It's a weird kind of stream of consciousness telling of Lincoln's story in 4 volumes. It's crazy. Just the warriors, just from when he took office. And when he was coming here, there was everything, hell was breaking loose, and there was supposed to be a January 6th. There was supposed to be one.
What?
There was a plan to stop the certifying of the vote.
Mhm.
And so they went to General, what was his name? He was the only American general then, because we didn't fight wars anymore.
Yeah.
So the army was kind of like not,
I think he was the commander.
it's a name you just know when
when
you
it
hear it.
started.
Like Scott something.
Oh, yeah, Winfield Scott.
Winfield Scott.
Yes.
Perfect.
So they went to Winfield Scott, the guys running the government, and then they said, we think there's going to be this thing where they're going to try to stop the. So he said, if anyone, made a declaration, publicly, he said, if anyone tries to stop the counting of the votes and the democratic process from happening, either by force or by infiltration, I will stuff them into my cannon and fertilize my lawn with them. That's what he said.
Lincoln said that?
That's what he said.
What?
No,
And,
Winfield Scott.
Oh, Winfield Scott said
Yeah,
that.
and what he did in real fact, because he was a really smart guy, he gave all of the Capitol Police and all those guys that they had the day off. They said go home, and he went and got policemen from Baltimore, from New York City, all kinds of like badass cops, and he had them in plain clothes all over the Capitol, all heavily armed, but in plain clothes. So, and people know, so if somebody started something, the guy would just go like this or elbow him or whatever.
Yeah.
But the appearance was that it was peaceful and that there was no military presence.
Whoa.
But nothing happened. That's what it took to get Lincoln. Everybody, up to the minute that happened, everyone was like, I don't know if he's ever going to take office. People believed he would never be president.
Dude, he wasn't even on the ballot in the southern states. Not even on the ballot.
Yeah.
What?
He didn't win one southern state.
A lot of people, big people who would be like whoever now, wrote long things saying, don't take office. Your presidency, your victory is hollow. It's not real. Not even just people from the South, but people from the North. Everyone was afraid that Lincoln was going to just immediately free the slaves and start war with the South. And his first inauguration, he says, first thing out of his mouth is, I have no intention of freeing the Southern slaves or changing their slave laws. And yes, we will chase down and bring you back your slaves when they come up here within reason. He puts like a tiny thing of like, we're not going to like make it our obsession, but we will do it. Like, it's the first thing out of his mouth.
That's what bothers me about people, like people that are critics of him hang on to that. And they're like, Lincoln didn't want to do it. It's like, dude, the whole time that's what he wanted.
Of course he did. That's what, again, it goes all the way back to the framers. They all wanted this to be a better country than it was. So they knew they couldn't create a nation without slavery. So they said, let's create a nation where people can change peacefully. They can change not only leadership, but the laws. That create a situation where people figure it out for themselves and move forward and change, instead of like a constitution could have been a very permanent thing. It could have been a very solid permanent thing, but they actually made it elastic on purpose. And that's, Lincoln was like, we'll do it, guys.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We need some fucking time. And boy, what it cost is crazy. And a lot of people who didn't want slavery were really angry at Lincoln for how hard he pushed that war, and that he didn't just settle it. Just let the South do whatever they want. We have our free blacks here. Let them take their chances down there. You're killing millions, or however many fucking, I don't know how many people it was. Like 250,000 people died in the Civil War?
Yeah, probably around there.
Something like about how many we killed in Iraq in a day?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
True.
Yeah, for doing nothing.
Less than Middle Eastern civilians.
Yeah. Measure it in like Persian weddings.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was, Lincoln's the best.
He was really something. I mean, it just took a lot of political guts, a lot of fuck.
Yeah.
This is gonna suck.
Just trying to talk to these fucking cunts from the South.
That must be nuts.
It's just like, clearly this is for money. It's wrong.
Yep.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's 1865.
Well, it was the ultimate
1860.
time.
They know it's wrong.
Well, and folks not wanting to say that shit's wrong.
Yeah.
And him, like, not making them say it, but getting them to just one guy at a time. He would just go around, get support here, get support there, put muscle in where he had it, and he fought a brutal war, fucking incessant war.
And he had to wait until he got a victory to fucking announce the Emancipation Proclamation. He was trying so hard to get it out, but his generals kept fucking up and losing. And he would just be writing to these dudes like, go.
Yeah, please.
Do it.
Get one.
Like, I think he wrote it after Antietam, which was like a draw. He was like, that's pretty
well,
good.
yeah, he did.
He's like, that's close enough. Here we go.
So then he's shot.
Yeah, and then he got his fucking head blown off.
By next to his wife.
Yeah.
And they put a little napkin. That was what they did for him. They put a little napkin back there and hoped, but it was not a good. It was not a very.
He was alive for a while after.
Yeah, that's what
he
I'm saying.
He didn't just die right away.
He didn't have to die at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't die right away.
Death.
Really?
Yeah.
Bled to death.
He was like alive in the
He's like,
hotel for like
and
a
they're
day.
like, we don't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. What play was he seeing? Does anyone know?
Fuck, I do know.
What play?
What was the play? It was at the Ford's Theater.
I don't remember the.
See what he was watching.
Yeah, it was something good.
Yeah.
He was fixated.
He was into
It
it.
was
He didn't
Hamilton.
notice the
That was
assassin.
the weird thing. It was Hamilton.
Yeah, it was Hamilton.
Yeah.
He was sitting there like, what was it? Nice. He was sitting there watching it like, I got to pretend to like this.
Yeah.
It was fucking Hamilton.
And then they shot him. And he was like, "Thank God."
This place sucks.
Christ, this shit sucks so bad. So that brings us to Johnson.
So
Who, this
Johnson
is
was
great.
first guy to be impeached.
Was he
What?
impeached? Oh yeah, I didn't-
First guy to be impeached. Yeah.
Johnson shows up. This is great. He was like a tough guy. He was supposed to be the counteraction to
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Well, he's one of the reasons the war was prolonged because everybody knew if we could just get rid of Lincoln. Johnson was behind him with there was a deal to be made. It was like don't talk outside the family. He was like son,
Yeah.
Sonny liked my deal, didn't he? Sonny was half of my
Yeah,
deal. Johnson would have fucking settled in a minute.
Johnson started his life as an indentured servant
No shit.
and worked his way up. How sick is that?
That's impressive.
And then before his inauguration, he got fucked up on whiskey and just couldn't talk. His inauguration, it was in the rain and the mud right after Lincoln got shot, and
he
everyone
was
was
the
like,
first one. He's the one who proved you can impeach a president, but you cannot get the fucking votes. It's a waste of time, and he ends up stronger.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest move in the world. It's vanity.
Yeah.
It's just Congress hates the president. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't accomplish anything. I don't remember why they went after him. Whatever. He was
Me
very
neither.
corrupt. He's a fucked up guy. I don't. Who knows? It's all shit that I heard because of them. But they impeached him and then failed to get rid of him.
Really?
I know nothing else about him. But
I don't know either.
But then fucking
Grant.
amazing guy.
Great guy, amazing guy. I feel like his presidency was a bit of a fucking letdown for how cool he was.
I mean, he did so Christing much. This guy.
Oh, true.
Grant.
To help the South, he was pretty good.
What did he do?
Well,
This
and
is-
he was. First of all, some people get on him because he owned one slave
Oh, man.
because his father-in-law, his wife's father,
Yes.
hated him because he was an abolitionist. I mean, he wasn't like an active abolitionist,
Sure.
but he was against just for not having a slave.
Yeah.
Back then, if you didn't have a slave, you were a dick to certain people.
Yeah.
So
You were like, put on a mask.
Yeah.
You were that guy. You were like, why do you have
exactly.
slaves?
yeah,
And they're like, why is this guy making me feel uncomfortable?
yeah. So he hated him because he had slaves and he didn't want one. So he gave him one as a wedding present, like to spite him.
What a dick.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
so Grant made the guy his partner, and
Yeah.
they started a little business together, which he then freed the guy and gave him the business.
Yeah. He
made
would
that
go,
guy's
he would go
life.
work with the slaves.
But
He'd
they-
be out there with them working.
Yeah,
And then while he was like financially ruined,
Yeah.
he freed his slaves instead of selling them.
But he had one though?
I'm not sure. He might have had one at that
That's
point.
the story I just told you.
Yeah.
Is, I think his slave story. I don't think
Yeah.
he had a bunch of them.
He had one slave and he freed him instead of selling them.
But his
And
father-in-law.
he gave him a business that
Yeah.
he had started with him.
His father-in-law history fucked him. He was like, yeah.
That's right.
Here's
Yeah.
slave.
That's right.
Here's slave.
And then he was in
He
the
did,
army.
absolutely.
He was in the army, and he went. One of his first jobs was outpost near San Francisco. It was in the middle of nowhere. There was no. I mean, it was in the desert of California. He was the only one there, and he was a family man. He loved his family.
He missed his bed.
Missed his family so much, and he started just getting drunk. And somebody came to drop the mail and found him passed out drunk. And that was his only experience with alcohol. He was a very rigidly living guy, and he was known as a drunk for the rest of his life.
Really?
There's
Every
arguments.
time he had a political problem, they'd go, he's drinking.
There's arguments. There's rumors he was fucked up at Shiloh.
Because
was probably a lie.
because he sat under a tree in the rain. They found him sitting under a tree in the rain outside of a military hospital.
It also is funny because Shiloh, he woke up on day 2 of it
Yeah.
at like the start of day 2, or maybe it was the start of day 1 when it started. He was
Yeah.
late to get there, so everybody was like he was hammered. But
What?
if he was hammered, that's very funny to be like, oh shit, there's a war.
Fuck.
So
Oh.
Wake it
after
up
he had won the Civil War, started really Reconstruction, he was in earnest wanting to get opportunities and equity for black people, equal opportunity for black people. And then he retired and was in New York. He became a New Yorker. He became a big part of this city.
Yeah.
And he had a son named Kermit, who I think his name was Kermit. Who that was the 1800s.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Kermit invested
What a fucking great name.
invested his money and all of his father's money with some asshole guy who took it and just left town and just took all of their money, every penny that they had. And so Grant went to visit Vanderbilt, who's outside of the Grand Central Station. There's a great statue of him. I think it was Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Went to the richest man in New York City, who was a hard ass, a guy who didn't care for charity or anything. But he brought what's his name? The sword that was Lee.
Well,
He had Robert E. Lee's sword that he surrendered to him. What? He had his Congressional Medal of Honor and the Bible that he took the oath of office in, and he gave them. He said, "I want to sell these to you because I have no money." And Vanderbilt said, "Jesus Christ, Mr. President,
holy shit,
we're not doing that." He said, I'm going to donate these to the national museums, and I'll give you like he bought them for the nation.
Did he buy his biography? Isn't that what he?
No. So here's what happened with the biography. It's the best part of his story, and it's actually his greatest legacy. But his autobiography is like the greatest ever written. Yeah. So he met two guys on a train. He'd do anything for money at this point. His wife was very young. He was broke after everything he'd been through. He was broke, and his wife was young, and he was going to leave her destitute. So he met two guys on a train. They're like, "Why don't you write your autobiography? We'll pay you $1,000." And he was like, "Done."
What?
Oh,
so then, about a week later, he meets up with Mark Twain, was like his best friend, and Mark Twain said, "Why don't you write your autobiography, your memoirs?" And he said, "I'm doing that for these guys." And he goes, "What are they paying you?" And he goes, $1,000. And he's like, "Dude, what is wrong with you?" And he says, "Give me the book. I'll publish." Because Mark Twain had started his own publishing company because he hated publishers. He said, "I'll publish it and I'll help you write it." And he said, "I promised those two guys." He's like, "Did you sign something?" He goes, "No, but I did. I gave my word." Fuck. So Twain, or his real name, what's his
Clemens.
Clemens. Travels to, I think he went to see Sherman. He's like, "I need to see somebody who he'll listen to." So he went to visit Sherman and said, please get him to do this. So Sherman wrote a telegram to Grant saying, for the love of God, give the book to Clemens. That's what the thing.
That's awesome.
So he wrote his autobiography, and the remarkable thing about it that I read was that there's like no adjectives in it. It's like all verbs and nouns. The entire book is verbs and nouns because he just says what happened. It's a very well written book, and so Clemens turned it into this special edition that you had to order one. You could get any color you wanted. And it was the first blockbuster book in American history. It made like $500,000 in the first month. Meanwhile, he had a goiter that was growing and growing.
Stogies. You always see him with the stogies?
Died of throat cancer like right as he finished the book.
Whoa.
And then his wife was made for life. Her first check from Twain was like $400,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think wasn't he buried here? And this monument,
and he's buried in Grant's tomb in Harlem. And when he died, there was this huge funeral, and it was Northern and Southern soldiers. Southern soldiers were allowed to put back on their Southern uniforms because it was a big thing that his casket was carried by North and South.
It's too bad you can never get away with wearing a Confederate uniform in Harlem these days.
No,
because that would
get
be a
away
treat.
with.
Yeah, but he was fucking awesome at when Lee surrendered. He was very like, I mean, it was unconditional surrender. Mm-hmm. So he was like, "You guys are gonna fucking give up," but he was like, "Keep your guns, go home, start rebuilding." Mm-hmm. Like he could have fucking destroyed the South.
Yeah.
And he was very chill. I think Custer stole the fucking sword. He hated
Did
Custer.
He?
I think Custer stole Lee's sword.
Is
Maybe he
that
got
right?
it back, but I think the story was Grant wouldn't accept it, or something along those lines.
To keep it?
And
Custer was a bloodthirsty guy.
And then on the parade back into Washington, Grant was obviously out front. Custer fucking rode ahead, and Grant was like, "This motherfucker Custer was the
With his
man.
blonde hair.
If you look into Custer, he was pretty fucking
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know much about him.
He fucked up Jeb Stewart at Gettysburg, which was pretty cool because Jeb was the man. And he
Don't know
rode
anything
in.
about him.
He was with the Michigan cavalry, and he was like, "Come on, you Wolverines!" and fucking led them into a charge. That's why they're the Michigan Wolverines. All that shit.
So then
It's
you
all
got Hayes, who undid all of this
Yeah.
cool stuff for black people.
It's all
and politically,
very.
he didn't want to deal with it, so he just did away with it. And then you got fucking who else? Then it goes I don't know.
Garfield.
Then I get Bleary.
Yeah, this is like the Gilded Age, is what it's called. It's all
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But this is where shit, like, it goes from we ended slavery to now just right back into
It
just
was awful.
racism.
Really?
Not slavery, but just every law against them.
Subjugation, just
It
like
just-
it became the same obsession as before,
Yeah.
but without slavery. It just became all about not letting them vote, keeping them off the
And that goes all
ballot.
the way up until, like, now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're
Till
just
yesterday. We
2018.
figured it out
we
yesterday.
figured it out yesterday. Thank God.
Yeah.
Finally,
Starting today,
Arkansas.
we got a nice little nation.
Yeah. Louisiana cleaned up their act a little.
True.
And Alabama.
My favorite president, just jumping way the fuck
Yeah.
ahead, is Nixon. Is my favorite.
Dude, he's awesome.
He's the best. And again, as a character,
Yes.
Nixon gave the country one great gift that I wish was like, I wish it was taught, like the speech that Lincoln has on his monument
Oh.
and the ask not what your country and all that shit. The greatest thing that he did, because it speaks more to what Americans live, is that when Nixon was shamed and destroyed and had to leave office, he had to fucking resign. He had to give, after a couple of I'm not a crook and this is all bullshit, he had to go and say, well,
All right.
I'm going to go and
Still not a cook, but I'm going to get out of here.
Gerald Ford would take the oath of office at this time in this office. And he left. But before he left, he gave a speech to his staff, to the White House staff that was impromptu. It was just on his way to the helicopter. And he's copiously crying in the speech. There's video of it that you can see. You have to try to find the whole thing because there's clips that you can find on YouTube. But I actually ordered from C-SPAN a DVD of the whole speech, and they're all bawling, the whole staff, and his family standing behind him. And he just tells them, "Look, don't." He's encouraging them. He said, "This is a tough moment for all of us." He said, "First of all, I don't want to discourage young people from being in public service." He was afraid of what would happen.
has happened.
Yes.
He was right.
He said, "Don't be discouraged from public office. It's a great calling." And he said, and for any mistakes that we made and all everything that's happened, not one person in this administration gained financially from anything, from being here, left richer than when they got here. He made it first, so he defended everybody that was there, and then he just starts reflecting. He reads from Teddy Roosevelt's autobiography, from his diary, when Teddy's wife and mother died at the same night. They both died of cholera or whatever on the same night. He was going from one room to the other.
Oh, yeah.
And they both died, and he was like at 21 or something, and he wrote this quote that was like, "The light has gone out and it'll be darkness forever." And he said, he read it to his staff, and he said that's how he felt, having lost his wife and his mom. And he went on and had this incredible life. So he's trying to say, he says, "No, don't be discouraged, never be petty, don't hate your enemies, because that's when you'd start to destroy yourself." He gets it really introspective about everything that happened without talking about it. And then he says, it's horrible. He goes, he says, "They'll never write a book about my mother, but she was a saint."
Oh, man.
And I think of her, like, one of his brothers had tuberculosis and they had no money. So she moved to Arizona where the air was better.
Mm.
And she was a nurse, wet nurse. She nursed other people's babies for money in order that her son could live in Arizona. And he talks about his father, who was a lemon farmer, who had a failing lemon farm. And then he was a switchman on a streetcar. And he just talks about his parents and what they did for him and all that shit. He just cries Oh, it's fucking beautiful, but it shows you a man at the height of American experience, destroyed from that height, which is the worst thing that can happen to a person, is to get that high and fall. And he just went, here's how this feels. He just told the world, this is how this feels. This is what this looks like.
Yeah.
And here's all I can say. And then he went and then he left. Incredible. I mean, he was one of the most influential people in American history.
Yeah. He ended Vietnam, right?
Yes.
That was already about done.
He was fucking Eisenhower's vice president.
There's a guy we know that's a bit of a conspiracy guy, but he's been pretty correct on everything so far, and he's got a book coming out on Watergate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And about how that was a little darker than it seemed. Like
so I knew a guy back when I was first living in the city as a comedian. There was a guy named Frank Gannon who had Frank Gannon wrote speeches for Nixon and was a very close friend of his. And weirdly, he became the guy who books the comedians on Letterman. And when I moved to New York back in 1990 or so, being on Letterman was all anybody wanted. So Gannon was the most important person in comedy at the time. And he was a strange guy who was very serious. And he would just come and he'd watch you. And if he liked you, he'd get Morty to come and maybe you'd be on the show. So he liked me. He never got me on the show, but he liked me. So I went to Letterman's office and met him. And I asked him about Nixon because he wrote, Nixon has one big biography called RN that Gannon co-wrote. And he told me that when you get a few drinks in Nixon, he says the same people that got the Kennedys got me. It's the same people that got. Yeah, he said it's the same machine.
Whoa.
That took out.
Yeah,
John and Robert
Kennedy
came after him. He said they just couldn't use bullets anymore because it was getting too. They were
That's
on
exactly what we said.
Yeah.
We said that without him.
Watergate was. He said Watergate was something that happened all the time. It was just like, and still does. I mean, it's not like oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's how things are done.
Yeah.
It's a safe with $1 million in it. What president doesn't have a safe with $1 million?
Yeah.
It was.
So that's Nixon's story. That was Nixon's story. He didn't say it in public, because the same as he conceded the presidency to Kennedy, which Kennedy stole. I mean, everyone knows that his father took suitcases of money to delegations and stole the presidency, and Nixon knew it, and he was like, "I'm not gonna. This is not good for the country to get into it." That's why he resigned instead of standing trial, and that's why he doesn't talk about that's the story, you know.
Yeah. That's a good most interesting president.
Most interesting, I think, to me. Yeah, I mean, Johnson was also a fascinating guy.
Yeah.
Johnson was, and Reagan was kind of an empty-headed genius, incredible, knows how to just be. As long as somebody else is in the room, Reagan was brilliant. But I'm not sure he had any thoughts. You know what I mean? There's people like that.
Yeah, he was like an actor that was like, I guess I'll be a Republican while he was there. And then... Which was pretty admirable at the time, because he was actually no, it wasn't, because that was in the middle of the Red Scare. He was like one of the guys being like, "You're a communist," and he just became the man.
My favorite film of Reagan is Larry King interviewing him after he was shot, and saying, "So what do you feel about this guy?" And he said, "Well, I just pray for him. He's a sick man. He's just." You know, I found out later that he's sick. He's mentally ill. So we add him to our prayers, and we hope for the best for him. And he says it with this big. He's
like, we're fucking that guy up. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
I think that should be it, right?
Yeah. I think that's about enough.
You had fun.
Yeah, it was good. Why are you accusing me of having fun? It was fun.
Thanks for doing it, man.
Sure. Thanks for asking.
Nagasaki was Catholic.
Really?
That was a Catholic city.
When we were having
didn't help.
Come on.
It did not help.
It hits the ocean. You thought a French general was the greatest of all time.
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
No.
We had up right there. I just want to let you know.
Grant's the bro, but
But
Napoleon's up
do
there.
you have
To be honest, it's Robert E. Lee, right? That's
Go dogs. Come on, man.
You know?
He was. That's SEC, dude. That's it's a different brand down there.
I went over to England and it was like
Oh yeah, how was it?
nice. It was nice. Nicer than America. It was still the best. England was nice. Showing this one dude, Adam, he's very funny. He's a comedian over there. I was on his podcast. I was like, I haven't seen a homeless person. There's no homeless. There's a few.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And they were like, no, we get it pretty bad. I was like, put Kensington Ave up on the screen. This is what Philly's like.
What'd they say?
They were like, holy. There's been one homeless guy in every town I've seen. That's pretty good. I saw the one guy in Manchester. I was like, loser. No one else is homeless, dude. At least in America, everyone's homeless.
I don't know what streets you've been avoiding, but there's plenty of homeless
All right,
people.
all right. Show them Kensington, Philadelphia. It's a street of just hell.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, this is everywhere.
Yeah, we don't have homelessness like this.
Dude, there's a video of him at backstage at a Sixers game. And he jumps on the trampoline for like the halftime trampoline. He does like a perfect flip. And everyone was like, this guy.
Were you like an Amish country? Did you ever have any interaction with the Amish?
Yeah, there's a lot of Amish around.
Wow.
Dude. We had like Mennonite kids in our school. Chick that would wear like a bonnet. And they speak with a crazy accent.
Really?
I can't even do it. I don't know. They call us the English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to stay here and share you with everybody in the English world.
Want my body respect. Ik wil hebben ze blabs.
No, they think we're the English.
Wow.
And they're the, I don't know what the fuck they are, Germans? Yeah, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the Shaytards last time? What's just some family of YouTubers that I just found out about that is they were huge. They were like, it was like a family of Mormons, and I think his name is Shay. And then he called all of his family the Tards. He had mommy Tard, baby Tards. The Tard family is the funniest possible name. His daughter was Princess Tard. His son was Son Tard, Rock Tard, Mommy Tard. He did a daily vlog every day. He was like one of the first.
He's
vlogs.
one of the people.
He got in trouble for I don't know if he actually cheated, but he was like sexting with like a cam girl. And she definitely released his text.
Oh, the Tard Files.
I made my lady watch WrestleMania with me. But Triple H was in the ring and she was like, why is he famous? I was like, he invented the suck it.
Yeah,
Anytime you see someone go,
he did that.
that was him.
Bro.
What an innovation in society.
Oh, let's get ready to suck it!
I actually went to Wikipedia before I said the joke to make sure I was right.
Australia might be number 2. That's a good country, dude. There's a whole country doing nothing. That's what I like about them. They're just down there. 0 exports. Creating nothing, dude.
That they
About-
That they don't really do shit.
Yeah.
They're fun. I like it. That's what I
Yeah.
said. I like that they're not doing anything.
Also,
That was the one I was like, oh, nice. They got me on Australia. It
Yeah.
could have been way worse. Oh, yeah. They say they invented Wi-Fi. I don't think an Australia invented Wi-Fi.
And I like
But
moved the
there's-
mic and I was putting green face paint.
Nate Diaz.
Are you serious, bro? I can't believe you tried to fight me, you dumbass.
Why the f is this dude in here trying to fight?
Why
are you trying to fight me, you dumbass?
My favorite part is you being dead serious. Full face paint going, I'm not fighting, bro.
Are these your office workers?
Say your order.
Make sure this office worker isn't trying to fight me right
Say your order.
I'm not gonna fight, dude. I hadn't stood up, really. If I stood up and tried to fight a guy 25 beers deep in front of cameras, dude, that's a nightmare. Let's say I won. Worst case scenario. Go on Barstool with face paint, like just wailing on an Asian dude. I knew it was funny. I knew everything on there was funny while it was happening. And then it's one of those things where you wake up, like you do something so embarrassing on purpose. I mean, it's so bad. No, I don't want to see it.
You gotta try Sugon with a girl.
What's Sugon?
That's where you Sugon his dick, dude. You fucking idiot. I hate you. You're fucking gay. You're so gay.
How did you take an Uber here from Queens to fall for that shit?
Dude, you guys are so fucking cool.
Oh, dude, falling in public sucks. When I was at my fattest, right after I quit football, I was about 320 pounds. Big dog. I went to get the mail, and then when I was walking inside, in the front yard, dude, rolled my ankle on the sidewalk and fell into the front yard.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing a Ruud von Nistelrooy jersey tee, so it was like bright orange.
Did you lay there for a second and be like, fuck it, I'm not moving?
Yeah, well, I remember I fell on my hands and knees, which makes it funnier.
Oh.
I haven't cried. Like, my grandma died today.
right.
That's true.
Really?
That's true. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry
My-
to throw that
my-
grandma thing in there.
No.
It's pretty funny, though, right?
It's hilarious.
It was my last grandparent.
Did
She
you
died.
like her?
I couldn't think of one nice memory. My mom and her siblings were around my dying grandma, and she like took her like, and my aunt walked over and like grabbed her head and was like, "Oh, Mom." And then my grandma was like, and scared her.
Yeah.
And then she jumped, and then they all started laughing. And my family was dying laughing.
Yeah.
While my grandma died. She died with her kids around her laughing.
That's great.
What
That's
a great
the best way to go.
Yeah, I've been watching those videos. They've been firing me up. Africa Corps.
What's Africa Corps?
It's just dudes getting interviewed on the street. Like,
dude, they're the best.
would you ever marry a woman that makes more money than you?
Never. I said never.
So can you marry a woman that earns more than you?
I will never do such a thing.
What gender are you? I am a mechanic.
What is your gender? My gender. I'm a mechanic. Are you a male or female?
Email.
Yeah, all right. Well, we can shut this program down. This is the quote I was looking for about Grant and Sherman. This was Sherman on Grant. He said, "He stood by me when I was crazy, and I stood by him when he was drunk. Now, sir, we stand by each other always." My favorite video is a guy farting during Oppenheimer. When they press it, it's like 3, 2. It's just silent before the bomb goes off. There's a video of a guy farting. And like 6 people are in the theater. There's a guy in the front all the way by himself like, ah! That one where the guy like runs. You ever see that one? He runs up to the 3 other Indian dudes. You can tell he needs help. He's like, something's going on, and they're like, "Get out of here!" And he goes, starts sprinting. They love sprinting. He starts sprinting, and then one of his fucking brothers starts sprinting next to him. Yeah, and they make eye contact, and they're like, "Let's go. We got." Could you go to Eggs Tyrone Instagram? So what this guy does is he puts music to videos that don't fit. So usually it's like Muslim guys dancing, and he puts in hip hop.
That's a great one.
Ashkenazi Jews dancing.
Yeah.
All right, now here, not this one. Scroll down. Shaq Diesel, right there.
Oh, this one.
Play that with audio, please.
They jump on the counter.
Yeah, but he adds.
That's Santino like
Diesel.
I didn't know that was Shaq.
I didn't either. This is amazing.
Yeah, he puts music to shit that doesn't work.
Wait, this is not real?
No, those are my favorite like memes. It's like Call of Duty footage, and it's like me and the boys in the Battle of Beijing 2027 because Taylor Swift told our fucking dumb girlfriends to vote for Kamala Harris. We're all in a boat in Taiwan. You ever see Tyson? He's like, I broke my back.
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
Like, how'd you do? Like, what type of injury is it? He's like, it's spinal.
What do you mean by that? You broke
Back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Said he broke it doing like push or sit-ups. His back popped out.
He did. Doctor discovered I was doing my sit-ups 2,500 a day with my 20-pound weight, and one day I couldn't move anymore. And I asked the doctor, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Believe it or not, it's wearing your back is broken."
Hold on, let me tell you this. There's a guy, shout out Heath the Queef. Heath the Queef,
my hero.
Harrisburg Comedy Zone open micer. He had one of the best jokes. Now you got to imagine Harrisburg Comedy Zone, dead, and then there's a guy on stage who's clearly on meth. Shout out Heath the Queef, and he's like,
Heath the Queef.
He says, I figured out how Barack Obama got his name. He had an Asian doctor named him. His mom was on the table and she's like, "Doctor, what is it? What is it?" And he goes, "Oh, it's a Barack baby."
I actually heard Barack was named by the Chinese doctor who delivered him. Yeah. He was lying on the table. His mom was screaming during the delivery, "Doctor, doctor, what is it? What is it?" "Oh, he a Barack baby."
And that's where Shane got his love for Asian humor.
Is that funny? Yeah. It's a Barack baby. Maybe the best video of all time.
What is it?
It's a school, and each kid is coming up and screaming what they're going to do for Pakistan. They all love Pakistan. And there's this big fat lady leaning on she's not even trying half the time. She's like leaning on a podium like, "What will you do for Pakistan?" It's like, I will teach many kids how to become great students of Pakistan.
I will open as much educational institution as possible, and I'm proud to be a Pakistani.
She's like, "Oh wow, he's going to teach the youth." And the next guy will come up and will be like, "I will become a great pilot for Pakistan and bomb India."
When I will grow up, I will be an army and save Pakistan and destroy India.
And she's like, "He's going to bomb India." Wow.
Strong army, walk!
It's so good, dude. Shout out Chet Hanks, them rude boy, them real rude boy, Chet Hanks.
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston.
Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up.
Do you see him talking about Biden?
No, but he was doing a
He's
thing
like,
there,
oh,
yeah.
everybody in the honor of President Biden. Goddamn blood clot President Biden. It's so funny.
President, so we should show some respect. Boss man Biden. Them ras clot boy. Go suck una mother.
I bombed at Helium. I was driving back to our house, and there was just like a finance bro on a bike, and I was just driving by him, and I was like, pussy. And I hit a red light, and I saw him flying, dude. My windows were down, and I had a thought. I was like, do I pull the window up? I was like, no. I get whatever he's about to give me. Dude, he stuck his head in my window, and he goes, nice car, you fucking faggot. And then I went, and we both started laughing. He pedaled away, and I was like, yeah. He laughed.
It's hilarious.
It was such a nice moment.
That's a good exchange.
It was a genuine nice exchange.
Yeah, I remember when I found out how much money people would make doing stand-up, like if they sold out a whole weekend at the Irvine Improv. What they get at a Comic Con is what I get on sitcoms.
A season.
No, an episode.
I mean, close.
No.
Shane,
not the
it's a
Irvine
different
Improv.
time. What you're doing is a different thing.
No. For sure.
A long time ago, no one was doing the Wells Fargo.
For
We couldn't even get free tickets to the Wells Fargo, bro. Relax.
But you remember.
Technically, I do have a pretty fucking sick resume because I played D1 football, and then if you join the Army during active war, you are technically I'm a decorated veteran. That's a medal.
That's sick.
I quit right away. I quit West Point right away, first month. Then, I got SNL. So technically, I'm a Division I football player that is a decorated veteran and was cast on Saturday Night Live. And I didn't do one of those things. This is the funniest joke you could do to me and my desperate, poor friends. I did a show in Nashville, and he was hanging out with us. And before he left, hammered. It was New Year's Eve.
So funny.
Took his watch off, handed it to Billy McCusker first. Billy's a good gentleman. He's like, I can't take this. Kid Rock says, it's a $100,000 watch, dude. I want you to have it. You're like, I take it from Billy. I'm like, bro, give this back to him. Kid Rock takes it from me, hands it to Nate Marshall, and is like, I want you to have this. And Nate's immediately like, no hesitation. Nate's like, this is going to change my life, this watch. Kid Rock leaves. Nate still got it. And I'm like, Nate, give me that. I'm going to give it back to him. This is crazy. We can't take this. He's faced. But then it becomes the most pathetic argument of all time. Like, we're all in a green room. Billy's like, he gave it to me first. And then it becomes like us arguing hard about who should get it. I'm like, it's my show. You guys are only here because I'm me. Give me that watch. Everyone's fighting over this watch. And finally somebody just holds it for a second and is like, it's really light. That's what real gold is. And we're all like, yeah, definitely. And then a lady just Googled. She's like, it's on Amazon. It's for $20.
Colin Farrell does rule. I've always loved Colin Farrell.
He's great.
I just saw
I almost cried.
He ran a lady in the Dublin Marathon in a wheelchair.
Did he?
And I was thinking to myself, that's got to get awfully boring for the person in the wheelchair. But you know what I mean, though? Being the guy in the wheel, it's
but
always
there's people cheering you the whole time.
I know, but it's like, if I'm in a wheelchair, I'm thinking to myself, it's starting to feel like it's about him.
I'm not talking about this particular woman.
Tucker Carlson had this guy who used to work for a pharmaceutical company on his show today. But a lot of it is about Ozempic, about how many people are being prescribed Ozempic. I think it's going to be one of the most profitable drugs ever.
Do they know what's going to happen to you after you take it? Because I got a feeling there's no way that works. I felt that way about literally every single SSR. People were like, you're depressed. I was like, yeah, dude, definitely. They're like, take this. I'm like, no. Man, no. I got an underage drinking and just left Elon. I never went back to handle that. It's like a year later, I got a warrant for my arrest in North Carolina.
Yes.
And my dad had to drive me from Pennsylvania to North Carolina to go to court. So I had to get community service. So I just coached Pee-wee football team. This was all my friends' little brothers.
Yeah.
It was the best. I actually loved it.
Yeah.
Then me and those kids had an online dynasty together. I was 23. They were all 5th graders. I was fucking running the score up on them. I didn't even realize the 10 beers went by.
It kept going. I saw you at 4. I'm like, not bad. And then an hour later, you would.
Yeah, I was fired up.
Do you drink them all?
Yeah.
You don't just do halvies and
No.
Well, the adrenaline kicked in.
I was
too.
having fun. Yeah, it was the adrenaline. That happens to me on podcasts sometimes. I'll be sitting there drinking and be like, oh, this is great. End up getting bombed. This takes that away.
You got that
This
right.
is immortality.
Ari Shaffir, what a loser this guy is.
Yes.
He's 70 years old, this guy. They tell me how old he is. He can't be this old. He is this old.
That's not true. There's so many common misconceptions about Notre Dame football. You can check the last 8 years where Notre Dame's preseason rank and where they finished. Notre Dame finished higher until this year. I mean, here's the truth. The last decade, Notre Dame's in that second tier that's always right there. It is what it is. Google it, bro.
There was the other guy with the lady who like went and they would just look at tigers all the time.
I saw that.
And they would chill together.
That was such a good couple.
Bro, he gave her gummy worms, being like, all right, cool, we're going to split these up. And he's like, I'd sure like to have some of those.
Yeah,
and she was like, no. She was like, these are mine.
These are my gifts from you.
You can get your own gummies.
She wouldn't share the gummies with him. And he had to sit there on the beach at a sunset and be like,
he saw some birds.
True.
That was one of my favorite lines. He was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pelicans. She's like, it's a good thing we're humans. We're not birds.
We're not birds, we're people.
When he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to be my boyfriend? They kiss. Come back inside. Tell the mom. Then the mom's like, oh, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Like she kept it in. And then when she did the self interview and started like,
started crying.
I'm gonna cry right now, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was great.
We were at a party. My friend's a kid, and he was like, Shane, this guy's trying to fight you. I was like, dude, I know he's not trying to fight me. Why are you doing that? And the guy just stood up and was like, what if I am? And then we just started, like, it was like, well, then
you started swinging?
He was so small. His friends, my friends started like getting involved. And, like, then we would go outside, and we get outside, and he starts stretching his legs, and he's like, I'm a kickboxing state champion. And I was like, dude, I'm 300 pounds. I'm gonna destroy. What are you thinking right now? So I grabbed him and held him over this like fence that was like waist high. And I was holding him down. I was like, dude, fucking. As soon as I grabbed him, he was like, all right, chill. And then while he was on his back, he went,
no,
he punched me in the face. I was just like, okay. just
started wailing.
Free reign wailed on it. It was the only fight I've been in that I was like laughing. Normally I'm crying in a fight.
How many fights have you been in?
Not too many.
What's your record?
Undefeated.
The guys were hot too.
Yeah.
And they were mean. They were mean to me because I was wearing a Notre Dame shirt and I'm pale. They criticized me for being pale.
What did they say to you?
They said, have you ever seen the sun? Freak. One crackhead yelled from his balcony, you probably voted for Biden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which actually hurt. That one hurt.
That hurt.
I did. I didn't.
Yeah.
You know? But that's an insult. That's an insult. It was him and his hot friends.
Yeah.
And it was me and my other two pale Irish friends.
Yeah.
We got crushed. There was nothing we could do.
I had to get woken up at 8 a.m.
Who woke you?
Phil dude, he pounds on the door like he's serving a warrant. It's crazy, dude. Nothing bothers me more. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Get up. That's how he does it.
That's the best.
It's so annoying, dude. Then I'm furious. And then my mom's yelling, Shane! She's like a cat, dude. She'll stand outside your door. Shane! Shane! Come on, let's go.
Oh my god.
Gotta get moving.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
You're having like grade school flashbacks.
Dude, I had a wild night.
That's why I became captain of the team.
Nice.
When you're a team captain, now something like that, I'll be honest, something like that drives me up a wall. If you guys don't want to do this, we can not do this. I don't care. I got better. I have so much going on.
You attacked my family.
You guys, family, dude. I hope there's a fire and you're all in it.
The only part that I'll admit I got triggered. I'm not above getting triggered.
I got triggered the whole time.
I got triggered by the libs, dude. I got triggered when she was like, he's so divisive. Can you just be done with the racial stuff? No, but I'm saying it's like the Dems being like, you guys are obsessed with race. Is crazy.
Yeah, you guys literally started Black Lives Matter, you freaks.
Dude, I was literally.
I knew this is exactly what I wanted to do.
When that happened,
we've all become our fathers. Yeah.
Today, Shane Gillis is going to show me his theater. Where do you sit the hot ladies?
There's no women. It's just dudes.
How many drinks does someone have to enjoy a Shane Gillis show?
3.
And how many drinks does a Shane Gillis have to perform a Shane Gillis show?
Usually 5.
What do you say to people who say Shane Gillis sits when he pees, but he still points his wiener forward and pees on the wall of the stall? What do you say to those people? What do you say to those people?
I would say that's bullshit, dude.
Where does your audience put their wheelchairs and guns?
There's not too many tickets available, I don't think. Actually, there probably is. You can just toss them in.
What do you mean toss them in?
Well, I mean, check the wheelchair. There's got to be like a...
Do you think people are checking their wheelchairs?
Checking it like a code check, and then
walk in?
Well, not walk, but somebody carries them in.
Send in your kid pictures. It always makes us laugh.
Yeah, send us kid pictures.
Being a sheets sauce mule is actually a pretty respectable profession where I'm from. I've held many sheets bottles for people. There's nothing wrong with being a sheets mule. Dude, I brought you this. I laid this. I laid this fucking. Look at what I brought to you. I delivered this upon your feet, dude. I laid this. Cookies and sauces from Mechanicsburg at your table is what I bring to you. You're gonna fucking kick me out? I got fucking dudes in Altoona mailing you cookies, and you're gonna fucking shit on me?
Altoona dudes.
Yeah, you're living dangerously, but that's what Sheets is all about: is innovating and expanding. That's what. This is the type of attitude that'll get you into Altoona.
I'm sorry, I'm a creative type.
Well. It's the Silicon Valley of gas station food. Yeah, dude, there's guys in camouflage lab coats right now working so fucking hard to figure out how to get the new pep roll out.
There's someone right now busting his ass in rural Pennsylvania, deep in a lab.
It's obvious what's happening here. One doesn't give a fuck. The one that was there in front of your face this entire time does.
This is like a rom-com with gas station sandwiches.
I'm just a boy standing in front of a convenience store sandwich.
Yeah.
Saying I love you.
Wawa's the pretty rich girl that wants nothing to do with us, and then Sheets is just the best friend that's been in there the whole time.
Me
yeah.
Down by the beer
barley.
Yeah.
He goes,
Sheets like, yo, what are you doing, dude? Come over. Why don't you come over behind this dumpster, dude? I got pep rolls. I'll fuck you. I ended up raping you. My bad. That's Wawa, dude.
Yeah,
Wawa's out there.
There's a lot of oil.
I'm going down inshore. We ain't talking anymore. Fuck you. And Wawa's like, yo, dude. Fuck that bitch. I saw you talking to that bitch earlier. I got cookies for you. I'm gonna FedEx some cookies over to you. Where do you live? What's your address? One of those is like 10 Slim Jims.
Huh?
They put 10 Slim Jims into each one of those. Yes. This jalapeno sauce is a good base.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you? He was racist as fuck when he made it. Yeah, that's gotta count for some soul. You just got a small case of Sheets gut. That happens to the best of us.
I found this out from hanging out with my girlfriend. I didn't know that women watch porn now. Shame. No, I'm sorry. I'll say this about that. I think women watching porn is having a negative effect on all of us. You know what I mean? We can't both come into the bedroom thinking we can fuck like that. Have you fucked someone lately? It's just everyone thinks they're in a porn, dude. Every time you fuck a lady, you go, every dude's like, everyone, what are we doing? Stop. Belly to belly is pretty good. It feels the same. Everyone thinks they're a porn star. You're not, dude. Those are professionals. You're not good enough to fuck like that. First off, if you're a dude and you're good at sex, that's gay. I hate to break it to you, dude. That's a girl quality. No, I'm not saying it's bad women. I'm saying it was bad enough already when it was just men watching porn, coming into the bedroom with fucking ideas from shit that, you know what I mean? It was bad enough when it was just me coming in there, just I watched a squirt tutorial earlier. She's like, I can't squirt. It's like, you all can squirt, actually. Some girl just forces herself to pee to get you to stop doing it. It's like, you did it, baby. Like, yeah, obviously I did it. Now, you can't do the cool moves you see in porn. Just have regular, just do regular. You don't have to, you ever try them? You ever think you can? You ever try, like, cum in a girl's face? Not as cool. They're a lot less receptive in real life. That whole process is a fucking nightmare, dude. It's a disaster. It's just you, the girl you love is down there. You've been begging her for 3 months to try this. Finally, she's like, yeah, you can do it. You're like, yes! It's gonna be just like the videos I watch every day. That's my favorite part. Now you get to do it. You think it's gonna be awesome. It's not. It's just you up there, alone. It's cold. She's being nice. She's like, are you okay? Now you can feel it. You're like, all right, here it comes. This is gonna be awesome. She's gonna love this. As soon as it hits him. They freeze, dude. And then once it's on them, they like don't know how to move. You know what I mean? Like you ever put like socks on a cat? And then you feel bad because the cum's out of you and you realize what you've done. You feel terrible. You gotta pick her up off the ground. It's like the same energy as like when a toddler falls. You're like, come here, get up. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. We'll never do it again.
All right, this guy I'm bringing on stage is so funny, he got canceled at the beginning of his career. Please welcome from almost Saturday Night Live, Shane Gillis.
Hey.
I'm going to keep my comments brief.
All right.
Shane, you once did a joke that I love, and I hate making requests. I saw you do a joke about Donald Trump getting shot.
All right. I'll try to remember it.
He said he would die funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if he dies in the joke.
No. I said, of all the presidents, I think it's fair to say Donald Trump would be the funniest one to see get shot. Just because he'd be in the middle of a speech talking shit. Just, you're gay. The shooter would be coming at him and be like, sit down, get down. What a loser, get down, sit down. But just the noise he would make when he got hit, even if you love Donald Trump, it would be funny. As soon as he got hit, he'd be like, ah. But the rest of the joke, which is my favorite part that didn't really, a lot of people didn't like it, was Biden. I think Biden's the first president you could punch assassinate. You just walk right up to him and be like, Mr. President, how the fuck are you doing?
Dog.